It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. I'm live on location from Galveston, Texas on Embarkation Day on the Adventure of the Seas. Today, folks, is National Black Forest Cake Day. You guys know what to do. Let's go find some Black Forest cake and celebrate it today. Cruise ships sailing from North American ports this day. From Charleston, you got the Carnival Sunshine, Port Canaveral, Disney Dream, Independence of the Seas, Carnival Liberty, and the Carnival Elation. Down at Port Everglades, Vision of the Seas, Celebrity Silhouette, and Miami, Freedom of the Seas, Norwegian Sky, Disney Dream, Carnival Conquest. In Tampa, you've got the Celebrity Constellation, Mobile, the Carnival Ecstasy, out in Los Angeles, Long Beach, the Carnival Radiance, and of course, here in Galveston, Adventure of the Seas, which I will be on. Headlines this morning, we'll get to all those stories in just a bit. Discovery Princess sails, Southwest Air to buck other airlines with rewards. Advisory issued for Grand Cayman and Bermuda. Unfortunately, 2 crew deaths to report. Do you have a Carnival Future Cruise credit? You need to book it. Voyager of the Seas coming home. Tunisia gets a cruise ship visit. Ambassador Inaugural Delayed, and a whole lot more live here at 11 o'clock. If you're listening to this via the podcast, of course, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or any of the major places where you get podcasts from, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, all the biggies. All you have to do is search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and I pop up. And as always, I try to use some clips and pictures, which I'm not today. However, most days I will, especially after I sail this evening. So tomorrow's show will probably have some pictures and clips from on board Adventure of the Seas. You can always access the video feed in the description to the podcast. Just look for the link and follow it and get the video feed to check out some of the pictures that I'll be posting. All right, I'll be back with today's news right after a word from one of our network sponsors. Back with today's news. Princess' newest ship has officially entered service on the West Coast. Discovery Princess departed last evening from the port of Los Angeles World Cruise Center on a 7-night Mexican Riviera voyage. Port calls for the inaugural sailing are the usual 3 down there: Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo San Lucas. For the next month, Discovery will continue offer Mexican Riviera cruises before she heads north on 2 repositioning cruises. On May the 8th, the vessel will kick off a spring and summer season of 7-night Alaska Inside Passage itineraries, round trip from Seattle. Southwest Airlines is getting ready to buck a standard airline industry practice by introducing the option to transfer the value of canceled flight tickets to other people. This was reported by Bloomberg yesterday. Both parties must be members of the Southwest Rapid Rewards loyalty program to transfer the credits, which are good for 12 months from the date of the original flight, but there are no other significant restrictions. Southwest is introducing a 4th ticket tier along with the announcement. Tickets booked under its Business Select Anytime and new Wanna Get Away Plus fares will allow for the transfers, although the cheapest Wanna Get Away level will not. Carnival Cruise Line has sent out an advisory on Grand Cayman, and Bermuda for sailings through December 31st. Unvaccinated guests 12 years and older will not be allowed ashore and have to remain on board ship. So until the end of the year, if you're unvaccinated, you cannot get off the ship in Grand Cayman or Bermuda. Sad stories to report today. A 42-year-old Filipina crew member has died on board the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Quantum of the Seas, according to a crew member who wishes to remain anonymous. The ship's medical team were called on yesterday afternoon to report a cardiac arrest. Code Alpha was sounded on the PA system. We understand that the crew member who was working as a loft attendant had gone into cardiac arrest. CPR was attempted, but unfortunately he could not be saved. Quantum of the Seas captain announced the sad news to the crew about 5 last evening that the fellow crew member had passed away. He offered support for the crew through the company's assistance program. Crew member's family reportedly has been notified. Quantum of the Seas is currently sailing ocean getaway cruises out of Singapore. The second reported death on a cruise ship member this week, that was the second reported death after the death of a crew member on board the MSC Orchestra. The tragic event reportedly took place in the crew area after the crew member sustained a severe injury. There was a medical emergency announcement on the ship's PA system. Medical staff rushed to help the crew member. Unfortunately, he couldn't be saved either. The crew member was a South African woman who was working in the crew mess. Our source on board said that this was her first contract. She was reasonably new. Scuttlebutt has it that she was crushed by one of the watertight doors down below. MSC Cruises announced easing of crew shore leave restrictions across its fleet. Starting March 31st, all crew members who are fully vaccinated and not on duty will be allowed to disembark and enjoy destinations visited by the MSC cruise ships. More details will be shared in coming days about the leave allowed at ports, depending on the ship's deployment region and based on the current local COVID-19 requirements. MSC Cruises shared this news from a letter signed by MSC Cruises CEO, Gianni Honorato. Carnival Cruise Line has informed guests booked on the Carnival Glories sailing last night out of New Orleans of an itinerary change due to repair work. The work will be ongoing throughout the voyage, forcing one port of call to be replaced. The scheduled call in Roatan, Honduras for Wednesday has been replaced by Progreso, Mexico on Tuesday. Carnival has also reached out to travel partners and impacted guests with a reminder to redeem the future cruise credit and enhanced value on board credit offers associated with cruises canceled during the industry shutdown before the March 31st deadline. Guests will have until May 20th to redeem May 20th of 22 to redeem these offers on new reservations, but the new cruises must be booked by March 31st. So, folks, get them booked. You don't want to lose your credits. After the ship has been active in Asia and Australia, Voyager of the Seas will be redeploying to Europe and the United States. Later this year will be the first time the vessel has been in Northern Europe and more than 10 years since she sailed from a U.S. home port. So welcome home, Voyager of the Seas. Located on the northern coast of Tunisia, La Goulette Cruise Port has welcomed its first cruise ship visitor since 2015. Spirit of Discovery from Saga Cruises called for at the historic port on Wednesday, March 23rd. That was last week. marking the first time in 7 years since cruise ship has visited that port. Previously scheduled for April 8th, the inaugural sailing of Ambassador Cruise Line has been pushed back by 2 weeks. According to the UK-based startup, the change is related to delays in the preparation of the service entry of the first ship, the 1991 built Ambiance. There's been a lot of changes made on the ship. They ran into supply issues, and one of them was a lack of fuel in Croatia. Anyway, it's been fixed. The inaugural now will be on April the 20th. As a result, 3 cruises have been canceled. All right, guys, that's it for the news for today. John will be back after this word from Scooter Round with the chat room, and I'll see everybody back here tomorrow from Adventure of the Seas. Do you have a bad back, bad hips, bad knees, or any other mobility issues? Think about Scooter Round. For scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, even oxygen needs, delivered right to your cabin. Scooter Round for all your mobility needs on your upcoming cruise.
And good morning, everybody. As Chillie has said, I'm filling in for him today because he is making his way and making arrangements where he's staying right on the beach, actually, in Galveston. But they are taking care of his car for the 9 days that he's on the cruise. That was part of they've got a book and sail kind of a thing. You book a hotel room, and then you can park your car there for the duration, and you get shuttle over and you get shuttle back. It's all a package that he bought, and what a neat thing. I don't know if you know Galveston, but it's a really long, narrow island. And from where he is to the cruise ship is not, I don't think it's 5 minutes away by car. Just a few blocks, actually. The cruise port is actually on the inside of the island. You know, the ships would come in, and then they're between the island and the mainland. And so they're kind of on the north side of Galveston Island. He, of course, has had a room in a hotel last night on the south side of the island, looking south across into the Gulf of Mexico. But he seems to be doing great. Talked to him this morning, made all these arrangements, and things are good. But he was just concerned about, his car. And apparently it's a long distance to walk, and he was figuring out what to do. I told him, hey, just, find one of the front desk people and ask him to go park your car for you. And I hope that he did that and didn't try and walk all the way around this big property with his walker. But he's got about 40 minutes, I guess, till the shuttle comes to pick him up. And he is on his way to Adventure of the Seas. And by tonight, I'm sure he'll have a live video out for you. I see Carol's in the chat room this morning. And hi, Carol. Thanks for joining us. Tom Henry. Hey. Jason 412, is he in a bathroom? Well, no, but that was where he was sitting in his bedroom this morning. He did the show about an hour ago. And Amy Rogers, hi, Amy, saying hi also. So that's the exciting news for this Monday. I did find it a little interesting. We just don't lose crew members that often. And the fact that he had 2 to report. We have a cook friend on Quantum. So I'll see if I can get more news on that here as the day goes by and try and figure out what happened there. Hope you're having a great Monday. It's going to be up to the 40s here in Minnesota today after being as cold as 10 above last night, the night before this last night. So last night it was about 20 above. And now we should be in a little bit warmer cycle, except on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to get 4 inches of snow. So don't put those ski boats away just yet. We'll have more news on that as it happens. Just hope you're having an exciting day. And like I said, we're waiting for Chillie. We should hear from him here pretty soon as he is on his way toward the ship. And 9 more days at sea. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for all visiting in. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.